So I wanted to share a little reading I do for myself most weeks. Sometimes I do it on a daily basis if I feel it's helpful. And it's a 3-card reading, and basically the first card will represent the energies around a situation. The second card is advice, and the third card is likely outcome. Now this is a variant on past leading up to the present moment and future. But this is a reading I will often do for the week, the day, the month ahead. And rather than doing sort of my whole life, I will often split it up into whatever areas of my life are most stressing me out, basically. So depending on what's going on in my life, that might be about my children, my finances, my mental health, could be anything. So I wanted to demonstrate how I would use this and give you a chance to try it out for yourself. And as always, do adapt the reading to work for you, because all that matters with tarot really is that it works for you, rather than just feeling you have to follow any other reader. So this is for the week ahead, and at the moment I'm really split between my personal and family life. I'm a solo mum to 4 children. They're all older teens now, or early 20s, but they're also living at home, and we function as a family unit. So the first 3 cards are about my personal life with an emphasis on family. And then the second 3 cards are about my professional life. And I've decided to split it up in this way because I do realise that I am working through both emotional burnout, being a single mum is tough, and burnout connected with work. And I've been really trying over the last 3 weeks to work on meditation, breath, walking, heart math, and I'm hoping that the cards are going to show that there is an improvement. So let's have a look. So the first row is for my personal life. I've already shuffled the cards. I took the time to really focus and consider this reading. So what are the energies that I'm bringing into my personal life for the coming week? The 3 of Wands. Now the 3 of Wands I often read as success through hard work. It is an incredibly positive card, arguably one of the most positive minor arcanas, and there is an element here of, having walked up to the hill, having taken the time to make sure that his stance is grounded. This is success, but it implies hard work has been invested to get to this point. So that not only gives me a sense of satisfaction, but it also suggests that all of the things that I'm using to improve my stress are working. So what is the advice? And we have 3 Pentacles, 2 3s, that's beautiful, 3s, and I even like the 3 of Swords. I think all of the 3s are incredibly positive cards about the strength of the suit. Of course, in the 3 of Pentacles, we have these black pentacles here. I often think this is about turning your weaknesses into strength. We have the 3 individuals representing skill, sort of financial and practical elements of your life here, and also just peeking around, almost in shadow, almost hidden. The monk represents to me the spiritual elements of your life, and this advice really does layer up with the first card. I have been working really hard on getting the ratios in my life right, and the advice is to keep going with it. And the likely outcome is 10 of Cups. Fantastic. If you've seen the previous video for this, you'll see how quickly life can turn. I think it's really important to remember, if you are reading for a day or a week, you can get intensely positive or intensely negative cards. And that rush of amazing or feeling catastrophic emotion can rise and fall quite quickly. So although these are incredibly positive cards, I am going to take them at face value because they are for the next week. But what it definitely suggests is what I'm already doing with my life is leading to a better balanced family and personal life. And now I'm going to repeat the same spread, but the focus now is on my professional or my work life. So the first card is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is about reflection and choosing how to invest your time or energy or money. And this totally represents where I am. I want to take a step back from overwork, and I want to be a lot more savvy in how I leverage my skills. And the thing is, with both of these cards, the energies that you're bringing to a situation, they should feel right. You should be able to validate these. They should sit with you. The next card, the advice, is the Two of Swords. And again, this is really resonating with me. I am trying to work less, definitely over this month. We've got Easter this month. I've actually booked the whole of Thursday off, and I'm going out on my own, which is something I never do. And even down to the point that last week I went for a long walk by myself, and by the time I came back, I had some really powerful intuitive advice that was helpful for the business. So I am going to be taking more time out. If we look at the Two of Swords, I rarely see this as a negative card. Sometimes it can reflect somebody who is isolating themselves or ignoring the situation. But in principle, this is about closing off your mind. The swords represent the mind. About turning inwards, we have the blindfold, and listening to the rhythm of your soul, or the whispers of your soul, with the ocean and the moon. So for me, the advice for this week is to take more time out to reflect how I best leverage my skills, my experience, and what I have already invested in the business. And the outcome is the Five of Wands. So I'm not reading this as a negative card, but I am reading that I need to make some changes to how I structure my business. I'm not convinced they're going to come into play in this coming month. I think it's a longer term process. But I don't have the balance right for me at this point. So naturally I will need to make changes. But the focus for this week is going to be very much on reflecting and choosing how to leverage my skill and experience. So I'm happy with that. It wasn't a live reading as such. I had checked in with the cards first of all, and I just thought the cards were so on point that it would be a really great video to share. Sometimes I do live readings on here. Sometimes I do a reading for myself, look at it and say, whoa, those cards, they're so perfectly on point. It would be interesting to share it. So that was the purpose of this video. I hope you found it helpful. Of course, I chose personal and professional, but you could choose your marriage, your finances, and your relationship with your mother. You can choose anything, whatever is most pressing for you at this time. Have a look at it. Ask yourself, what energies am I bringing to this situation? What is the advice of how to best manage it? And what can I expect as a likely outcome? If you happen to get a particularly negative card as likely outcome, you can of course double check, what energies am I bringing to this situation? Do you need to change the outlook you're bringing? You can of course really read into the advice, because advice will always improve the situation. And if the outcome card was something that really unsettled you, I would leave the reading out. I would reshuffle the rest of the deck, and I would pull a clarity card saying, how do I best negotiate this or navigate this? And I've used that approach myself many times and found it to be incredibly helpful.